Welcome to WKRP Montrose, a radio station masquerading as a podcast about Montrose, Colorado and the Western Slope, recording live from the Clear Network studio in downtown Montrose, Colorado. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of WKRP Montrose. I forgot what I was going to say. No, I didn't forget what I was going to say. Your jet
oh my
setting.
God! Can you say it?
Yeah, you're jet setting these days. It's a little bit frustrating and irritating, actually. The fact that you just announced to people that you're going out of town whenever you feel like it.
When you say jet setting, you mean I went to Denver?
Yeah, that counts, right?
I went to watch the mighty Avalanche.
Don't say it like you
the less mighty Denver Nuggets, right?
Yeah, don't say it like you're a fan. You came in and you're like, who's that?
Know.
You're like, who's that guy? Who's that guy that's really good in hockey, like all time great right now? Who's that guy?
You didn't know either.
Ovechkin. I knew who it was.
You lying son of a.
I knew exactly who it was.
Anyway, I don't care about Ovechkin.
Yeah, and you didn't care about the Avalanche either.
I went. You didn't.
Well, that's because you feel jet setting and fancy free.
I support Colorado teams. You support the Steelers and crappy teams from all over the country.
Yeah, how about them donkeys right now? How are you guys? This is gonna be real good.
Coachless.
You've got a
quarterbackless.
Who? My team?
Yeah.
Well, you guys aren't exactly not quarterback. Your quarterback hasn't thrown a pass this season.
Yes, but your quarterback doesn't have to play any more games this season.
Okay, fair enough. Hopefully, he won't play any more games. Period. Because I wasn't a fan of him anyway. All right. We got totally distracted. First of all, thank you very much to Clear Networks for the amazingly fast internet that we have in this studio that allows us to be able to put this drivel, as Rob calls it, out on the internet.
Well, they also, they sponsor the studio. Yeah. So they're also responsible for us being able to push episodes out, and basically they are responsible for this stuff. So if you don't like it, that's where you direct.
Yeah, don't blame them though. Go to WKRP Montrose or call 970-316-3162 and leave us a message.
You know what? I will say this. You give that number out a lot. I don't want people to call. However, nothing would make me happier than having people really angry call and leave us very angry voicemails.
I would play them. That would be fantastic.
I would laugh at them. Yeah. So don't call that number if you've got something nice to say, because that's kind of boring. I
got a movie line to quote. Do you remember what's his name? Iron Man. What's his name?
Yeah,
Robert Downey Jr. Yeah. In one of the Avengers movies, he tells one of the generals, he was like, "Hey, just call me anytime. I'll put you on hold. I'd like to watch the light blink." Like, that makes me think of like, "Hey, call the number."
Yeah, and I'm Tony Stark in this, and you're Jarvis, the assistant, right?
I mean, I guess if that's what you want to get.
You could be Pepper Potts.
We have one other sponsor that always makes these things a little bit easier to do.
We're going to get to you in a minute. I promise.
We're coming to the guest. I almost said ghost. Pomona Brewing, your local libation location. Pomona Brewing.
That's not their tagline. He made that up. All right, let's see if this works.
Who knows? They might steal it. That'll probably show up on a Facebook post.
By the way, I'll say
Kevin,
this.
you can steal that.
They fill their growlers to the brim. And I'm pretty sure that's not just for us.
You're getting what you paid for.
Yeah, and I'm going to get it over me. But let's see if this.
It's not going to work. But go ahead.
That sounds fake. I know.
That actually worked. I don't know why that worked, but that actually worked.
It's not fake, I promise. Let's try it again.
Oh, so you can tell because it didn't get the double glub in there in that one.
And one more.
All right. Oh, that one got no glub.
So, first one, double glub.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So our guest is Unrivaled Plumbing, Unrivaled Potential podcast, and a new resident we're going to call you new to Montrose. Let's welcome Mike. Welcome to WK. I'm hitting the wrong buttons left and right today. That's going to be good. That's going to make it to the.
As long as you press the start recording button.
Did I press it? Oh yeah, it's recording.
light's
Okay,
red.
we're good. The light's red. Everything's fine.
Oh yeah, you on this?
Mike Pomeroy.
You got it right.
Okay,
yeah, I don't think I can top that intro though. They didn't get a glug glug behind me.
You didn't get a glug glug.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's not a fake glug. You need a full growler of beer to get the double glug.
I guess that's the way it works. All right, Mike. Well, first of all, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. So you moved here. I asked you. You said 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was
to Montrose.
December of 2023. Yeah,
And you said
22. Sorry.
the relocation was primarily just to be close to your family.
Yeah, closer down here. Never been to Colorado before that. It was surreal just driving down here. Like, oh, this is different. Yeah,
But you were just north of us, right? Montana.
yeah, Billings, Montana.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about 12 hours.
Okay. So where are you from originally?
Well, originally I was actually born in England.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was born in Harrogate, up north there.
Harrogate's quite fancy.
Yeah.
It's a spa town, we call that. They have, you can buy Harrogate water, bottles of bottled water. It's a fancy place.
Okay.
How did that happen? Let me guess. Military?
No. Yeah. So my parents, I was there till I was 8 years old, and my parents met some people at church that were in the military. We came over to visit for 3 weeks. They became really great friends. They lived in Washington, D.C. And then 2 weeks later, Fannie Mae, they came over looking for computer programmers because that's what my dad does.
Right.
And they're like, hey, we need you over here right now. Well, move your whole family, up you go. And so we moved to Washington, D.C. when I was 8.
So both your parents...
Unlike Rob,
Yeah.
your family was sponsored to come over here versus Rob just invaded this country.
He invaded it.
Yeah, nobody asked
what?
Rob to come over here.
This is not the time, given the climate, to make those wild accusations. I actually came here because of a woman. That's the
right.
other story.
That's right.
Is you either come here, when you're a kid.
So we have her to blame for that. We should get her on the show.
She's not coming on. That's for no way. So so your parents are both British or English?
Yeah.
Do you have dual citizenship?
I've got dual citizenship, yeah, and then all the rest of my siblings do too. Yeah, my parents live in Branson, Missouri now.
Okay,
but they were born in Mevagizzy. Yeah.
Really?
So, yeah.
So Rob, you talk all that smack being from what you say is Wales.
This joke is so tired now.
But I'm just saying, and you talk about how the Welsh people do not like the British.
No, the English.
Same thing, right? Is it the same difference?
That's where we used to go camping. When I was a kid, we used to go to Wales. Yeah.
So
first time I ever heard the song "Life After Love" by Cher.
Yeah.
4 years old in a bar in Wales. Yeah.
I'm glad what a memory that is.
Yeah, I can't forget that one. Yeah.
So I feel like that tracks for Rob, like no taste in music over there in the Welsh country.
Wow. No, this whole thing, I'm a little taken aback by the whole English parents, dual citizen.
He's trying to say he judged you before you got here, and now he doesn't know what to do.
No, now it's just a different kind of judgment because he's English and we have a long, English American, we have a long standing rivalry, but I can put it aside.
So should we go to the jiu-jitsu? Should we go to Montrose for Brazilian jiu-jitsu and just hash this out between
We've talked
cultures?
about this before.
What?
About getting you in a gi, but I don't think they have one yet. It's on special order, that extra large one.
Okay, so we're coming right back to you, I promise. Just so you guys know, all these things that he talks about, I made one of those episodes happen with Don Vincent, and we went to the Stone House, and he got me up on the roof cleaning out grease from a vent hood. There's footage, there's video of it to prove it. It should come out sometime soon, which, by the way, I'm going to take this moment real quick to thank. We have a new intern on the show.
Yeah.
So Carter, you've done a great job of getting that kind of started and getting it rolling. It should come out sometime soon, and we're excited about that.
So far, so good, Carter, but keep it up.
Yeah, we're happy to have you on the team. But my point is, when Rob says all these things, just realize the only reason they don't happen is not because I'm not willing to do it, is because Rob is too lazy to go call somebody, organize it, and get me there.
Well, I mean, am I the secretary or?
I mean, I feel like if you're the one, let me ask you.
Maybe you had better legs, maybe.
This is a great transition. Mike, you own a business, Unrivaled Plumbing. how often do you leave something that you want to see happen done with the business up to somebody else?
You don't have to answer that question because he's setting you up to be on his side.
Is he? Yeah.
You are being used.
Well, I feel like I know what the answer is.
I forget just about everything, so I have to pass stuff off to other people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do really bad.
Are they reliable when you do that?
They are.
Do you have a good team?
I have an amazing team.
What is that like?
They're unrivaled. They're unrivaled.
I know.
We are rivals.
I'm thinking about changing teams right now. It sounds great to go to work for.
You're gonna jump to another podcast in town?
I mean, that's another thing. There's another podcast in town.
There is.
Hang on a minute. Horton wants to get in on this.
Oh, we got to talk about the elephant in the room.
Mike, you got to catch Horton.
You ready?
Ready?
Yeah. Don't let him fall. Don't screw this up. All right.
I got him.
Okay.
I got to hold him the whole time.
We're gonna talk about the elephant in the room,
which is you only came on the show because you wanted to be on a successful podcast.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Zing.
I wanted to see what it would feel like.
No. In all fairness, you and Ryan McKee are doing a podcast together, correct?
Yeah.
And Unrivaled Potential is the name of the podcast. The focus of the podcast is to talk about business acumen and like what makes a business run. How do you become successful as a small business owner? That type of thing. Is that kind of the premise of the show?
Entrepreneurial mindset, right? Okay. What you've had to change in life to get to those different places, right? Right now, like last week, we just talked about what it looks like to be an owner, right? I've had to redefine myself every 3 months, every quarter. I'm almost redefining who I am. Yeah. And that takes a lot of mental energy. It has its perks, right? But you got to change all those things.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you got to move with, if things move, you got to move with them and adapt and change. And I guess sometimes staff come in and out and you got to do, it means a lot, right? To run a business with. How many employees do you have?
I have 15 right now.
So that's a lot of people to manage.
Yeah.
And you got to, I guess the other thing is for us, we've talked a lot recently about, you got to delegate tasks, right? Yeah. You got to find people you can trust and you got to delegate things to them and trust that they are going to do it the way that you want it, or at least the way that is successful. But how do you navigate those challenges of being a business owner and an HR department, I guess, at the same time?
Yeah, the learning how to fire someone, right? That was incredibly difficult because I've never seen myself as that person, and so I still handle some of that. But then I had to create new positions in the company for different jobs, different hats that I wore.
Let's talk about the firing for a second, because everybody talks about, because I might need some tips from you here soon. Is that that's I guess the unglamorous part. It's the most difficult part, I would think, because that's somebody's livelihood. But ultimately, you have to care for the business and look out for all the other employees. So, how do you handle that kind of?
I should have done it earlier. I think everyone does. Everyone says that after their first situation like that, right? I should have done it sooner. I created a system and a process after that says, if you don't follow these policies, this system, you're gone. Right. And then they ultimately now fire themselves. And it becomes a heck of a lot easier. All the emotion is gone. Right. I'm an emotional person. I love people. I love to get to know people. Yep. I really invest in my team. And so I created that because I was like, I will fail at this if it keeps happening. Right. I'm not going to get better at it. Yeah.
Right. Well, I guess ultimately then, if you don't fire the people who kind of, for want of a better term, need to be, the company's going to suffer as a whole. Yeah. And then you really have a lot of livelihoods on the line that it's for the greater good, essentially. You fire somebody, right?
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about the other side of that is when you're an entrepreneur and you're getting something started, you have to wear all the hats. Yeah. And I think you may have had a short on this or not, but the idea is like, one of the things that you have to then immediately recognize is how do you start taking those hats off and handing them to somebody else. And you started this by saying, I forget a lot of things. I have a great team and I have people that, so yes, it's inevitability that turnover happens and you discover like who has the right skills and who can follow through on that vision. But at the same time, then how do you recognize, how do you commit to making sure, because it's scary to hire somebody. And I think a lot of people don't realize, like, they think I'm going to hire somebody and you're going to come take the work off my plate. Right. It doesn't work like that. I hire somebody, I got to train them to do the things that I think that they need to do within the company. That takes time. So I'm actually doubling my work to start before it eventually starts taking those hats off. Like, how do you approach that? Like, what's the process? Montrose has a lot of turnover in all our different industries. How do you handle trying to keep finding the right people and keep that turnover minimal?
Treating them right, especially in the trades, right? That's a huge part of it. So part of it is there's no cap on their wages when they come work for us. People have started hearing about that now that it's been years. And so they start walking in the office, and then we put them through a whole process. I've got normally a 4 interview process that I put them through. So I don't have a high turnover rate. Since inception, we've only gone through 3 employees. The rest of them, they've just been slowly building. I have been blessed with an amazing staff, though, that walk up to me and they go, "Hey, what can I take off of your plate?"
Right.
And then that stops me from overthinking, because I feel bad still of passing stuff off, and I've gotten better at that. Like, you can do that, because I've now discovered what I'm really good at. The way I've discovered that is journaling.
Oh, yeah.
I write down almost every day what I need to produce, what I need to do. And then I also move it over to a different list and go, "No, I think they could do that." And that's almost daily routine.
So that's helped you a lot?
A lot.
I mean, it sounds like you're enthusiastic about it to the point where, because it sounds like something that would be good to do, but now it sounds like for you, it's an essential part of your business and your daily routine.
Yeah. And then now you've got efficiency, right? So it's 10 to 15 minutes of just going, okay, I can actually finally pass this one off now. And there's an Excel sheet for it too that's shared in the office, and they go in there, they have nothing to do. They go into this brain dump file.
Right.
They pull something off and they start working on it.
Wow.
And we've got stuff separated for Q1, Q2, 3, 4.
Is that, do you share any of that journaling in your podcast, either through your video shorts or just as episodes?
The idea of journaling, not like super detailed, but like scheduling, stuff like that, I do share. Yeah.
I think it would be really interesting for somebody who's, running a successful business to be able to, like, if you're going to have a podcast to talk about, business practices and like what makes an entrepreneur successful, like those are the little things. I think that one of the things that I've always struggled with when trying to work with other businesses and talk to them about, sharing, brainstorming, is that people talk at like the 30,000 foot level. They don't bring it all the way down to what the actionable things are that they're doing. I just think that would be really interesting. I want to change the tone, though, of the conversation.
Hang on a minute. Mike had something to say.
You could say it. I mean, for that, the 30,000 foot, right? That's where I'm at now. I've been journaling for about 7 years, and it started off just a couple of thoughts, right? Now it's detailed, more efficient, and it's just something that I've kept in my routine for that long. And so it just slowly builds like everything else. I didn't know it was a learned skill. I started doing it, and I was like, this thing is beneficial. Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's so good point. And maybe if you're not going to do it there, I'll make you do it here. How do you get started in that? What is, like, when you go to sit down and journal, like, how does that process happen? Like, what is it that you're, how do you know how to get started, and how do you know when to finish in that moment?
Yeah. As long as I've gotten 2 hours of my day broke down in that 15 minutes, like, this is what I'm going to spend 2 hours on, I'm usually happy with that.
Okay.
So if I run out of time, I got 45 seconds to write down a couple thoughts, and I write notes. Everyone writes notes in their phone all day long.
Yeah.
I'll take a couple of those, write them down in a journal.
Okay.
And then break them down of, like, that was a stupid thought. I'll put that in a Word document for 5 years from now or whatever. And then prioritize from there, make a little matrix.
Okay. How does that then get translated and shared to your team?
Usually through a Teams, on Microsoft Teams, right? I'll share that with them if I feel like it needs to. Put it in that Excel sheet that's shared throughout the office.
Okay, for those of you who may or may not know what Teams are, because I don't use Microsoft, so I don't know what the hell that is. But essentially, if you've never heard of Slack or Teams, it's a community forum for your business.
Right.
So, which is a great tool. Those of you who are out there, as a way to try to communicate internally with your team. Email gets a little laborious. This is more chat style. There's a lot of really cool tools.
What's really interesting, though, is that I wonder if a lot of people feel like Slack and Teams are only for bigger companies, with employees all over the place. Like, it's a way to organize. But with 15 employees, it seems to be kind of an essential.
There's only four of us in the office, but so for me to separate myself completely and focus on what I'm doing, a quick chat. This is a thought that I wanted to share with you. We close the door, we're 20 feet away, and I could just go talk, but I don't want to interrupt them from what they're doing. And I was really bad at that. This is the Teams thing is maybe 4 months in, and it's fantastic.
It's a great tool. We use it
Slack.
a lot.
We're sat opposite each other, and we still use Slack because I think once you've made that note, once you've made that and had that conversation, it's there and it's sortable. You can find it again. It works quite well for us too. So I think it's a really good thing for businesses in town. If you're a small company, don't think that there isn't a better way to organize your communication.
Much better. And there's a bunch of different tools. Slack, Teams, Google has a product that's somewhat similar to Google
Even
Chat.
a text message. I mean, I look at text messages like I'll look at them later, right?
Yeah,
They're not emergencies. Call me if it's important.
Yeah.
The one thing I do like it is opposed to a text message, because Rob does tend to send me like these long paragraphs of text messages, is that you can go back and search, in Slack a lot easier, I think, for those conversations than I can seem to in a chat. Yeah. Which is, I don't know. It's good. I will give him this credit. He's epic at taking a moment of an idea and then just fully fledging it out like into this.
And then I'll send him a 300-word text message.
Right, which is that part sucks. But the rest of it, like, I got to give him credit. Like he'll fledge an idea out completely.
You got to get it out completely so you can go to sleep at night, right?
Honestly, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I do want to have a little bit of fun with you, if only because it seems like you took the time to have some fun with it. So I'm going to share your commercial here that you guys have done recently, and I want to ask you about it. So here, I'm going to play this real quick. You guys, he's not going to get a chance to see it. I get a chance to see it. Rob doesn't even get a chance to see it. He'll just hear it. But let me play it for you real quick here. So hold on one second. Let me get this queued up.
You're probably expecting this to be a generic plumbing ad full of fancy footage of us smiling, pretending to fix a water heater, and climbing under a sink to twist a wrench, and promising more than they deliver. But we're not your ordinary plumbing company. We're Unrivaled. The fact is, we've already showed up, we've done the work, and our work speaks for itself. We offer same-day service and upfront pricing, so call now. Unrivaled Plumbing and Heating.
All right, it sounds good. I mean, I didn't see it.
So it was very much in that, well, first and foremost, it was very much in that style of, if you guys have seen it, like Sasquatch soap or the razors, like, it's kind of walking through different elements. It's kind of following you through the business. There was, by the way, I don't know if you meant to do this, but there was a peek of the Unrivaled studio as you're walking through there. the podcast studio.
I didn't mean to
it's
do
in
that.
The commercial. Yeah. So what made you decide? Some people do their marketing and take themselves way too seriously. Yeah. There was obviously a bit of humor in that, especially the ding on each one of the smiles. So who convinced you to do that? Whose idea was it? And what have you done with that commercial since you've created it?
Yeah, so the idea for that actually did come from the Dr. Squatch kind of idea of how that popularity is gained. Yeah. That came from Drew over at DLC.
Okay. Oh, yeah. We know Drew, friend of the show. Yeah.
So he came in and filmed that. It took about, I'd say 5-6 hours to get that all done, completed. And we just wanted to add some humor to go with some of the social media content, creating the brand of, we can get really serious in the trades, and it's known all the way across the board, right? So,
and what are you doing with it now? Like, you've made, because I see a lot of people invest a lot of money in creating some really cool, great content. Yeah. And then what?
Yeah. So this is on TV now in Mesa County and Montrose County. So it's on like the Disney Plus, the streaming TV. Right. And then we're working on getting it on the Broncos games and stuff like that. Right. But that'll be short-lived investment. Yeah.
That'll be short-lived. So,
I mean, the bitterness is unbelievable. But do you know what? Do you know what isn't bitter?
This beer
is Pomona's Cocoa.
It's good.
This is a Cocoa Noir. And it was a collaboration so Kevin at Pomona, they do this thing where they take each of the staff members and they say, hey, we're going to make a beer together. Chad in the kitchen there did a spruce tip beer. So this is Kim's collaboration with Kevin. Very good. And unlike Dennis, not bitter. I love it. Speechless. I mean, are you going to have
I don't have a broken ankle, so I'm good.
When the Broncos make it to the Super Bowl, are you going to run the ad if you can?
See, you know what?
That's the goal. If we, once again, it's a high budget, right? And you got to see whether it's worth it. Right now, we're still. It's been 3 years, but we're still getting the name out there. People don't know who we are, right? And it's been learning how to do that.
Well, I'm going to help you out with one aspect of it. You're offering something unique that seems to be like a trend in businesses right now, which is you have a membership as part of your service. I hadn't really heard of that from a plumbing or electrical or whatnot. Do you want to explain like what that is and why, how you guys came up with it and why you decided to do it?
I had heard of it. I used to think it was absolutely stupid, honestly. And then once I started doing it, realizing that you can't help everybody, but you can only help so many clients, right? So when call volume comes in, if you allow them to be a member, which is culturally everyone's a member of something, right? And some kind of subscription cost or whatever. Right. Customers love it because it's part of how they were raised. And then number two, you get them in there, and if they're paying that extra $15 a month, then I can priority schedule them, and they're always taken care of. So I'm always hitting my perfect clients every time and giving them the help that they need.
You're essentially creating, what is it for the TSA? You've got the
it's clear
you've got the advanced people that walk by me all the time in the line of TSA and get to the front. Like that's the membership that you're saying.
There is, there's a lot of people.
You get priority when you call. You get to be the front of the line. Yeah. And but that also helps stabilize a business is you've got this base of income coming in from people that want to say, hey, when I need you, I want you to pick up the phone for me,
because you can't help everybody, right? So you might, in that, I get to kind of pick and choose who I help.
Do you want to just? I mean, I'm going to read through a few things. I'm going to maybe we can discuss briefly because it's $14.99 a month, right?
Yeah, $14.99 for those of you who don't speak Welsh. $14.99. All right, go ahead.
Imbecile. So you got some waived diagnostic fees.
Yeah.
So what would that entail? Like do you want to diagnose?
Yeah. So right now, there's two different types of business models for a plumbing company. Most guys, they come out, it's a minimum of whatever their hourly rate is. Right. For the first hour, right? No matter what. So if they're there 10 minutes, it's that. Yeah. We decided not to do that way. And then we just charge the $79 to come out. It's a 2-hour appointment. And then we figure out what's actually going on in your house. And then
if you're a member, you get that waived?
You get that waived. Okay. Now, and then the customers will get it waived as well. If if we show up, we give them an estimate right up front. Right. If they choose to do the work, then they don't pay the $80.
Okay. And then you get 10% off, which is great. Priority scheduling, which is important when it comes to plumbing, because nobody calls a plumber to say, hey, I might want you to come and check this out. They go, I have 3 inches of water in my bathroom.
If we have a booked schedule, like, right now, 15 employees and there's 9 technicians in the field. Right. And so that's like 27 calls a day that's we're taking right now. If we're all booked up solid and a member calls in, we cancel the other appointment and we put you first. Okay. Like that's how it works.
You reschedule the other appointment.
Yeah. Move it to the next one.
Let me help you out here.
I appreciate
2 more things. You got some extended warranty stuff, and then you have 1 free maintenance call per year. Yeah. So you can just call and say, hey, I want you to come and check out.
You don't even have to call. We schedule it for you. And so we'll come out, start up swamp cooler, push it, or take it off for wintertime. Start up the furnace, boiler.
That's worth it. So you're already if I'm one of your members, you've already got me kind of figured out for next year to get my swamp cooler up and running, and then scheduled in the fall to get it. Yeah.
One of the huge complaints I've heard is that it's up to the customer. Service. I would forget if I signed up for something like that. Yep. And I can think that's kind of the point, is that they do forget.
Yeah, right.
But
it's a pleasant surprise. You've forgotten you signed up for it, but when you need it, it's a pleasant surprise that you're like, oh yeah, that's right. I get 10% off of this.
For this the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting because this is the primary, the direct primary care model, right? With healthcare, we recently had, one of the guests on the show is starting a new business.
Andrew Beard with Montrose Direct Primary Care.
I think it's $125, but it's often $99. It's around $100 a month, and you get to go and see a doctor when you want to. You get these kinds of perks, but instead of your plumbing and heating, it's your body.
You're talking about trailhead clinics,
basically.
I think direct primary care. I think was, if I'm remembering correctly, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was over $200 a month, but there was
pretty sure it's not.
There was a lot that came with that. I'm pretty sure. Hey, you guys tell me who's right or wrong.
The model is interesting, and I hadn't thought about how it might be applicable to other areas, and this is really interesting. And $15 a month. I mean, Dennis is a big latte drinker. 1 latte and 1 avocado toast for you.
I know.
And then you're covered for the month.
And I'm good. Actually, one avocado toast and I'm good. I'm solid. I can pay for it.
No,
I
it's
still
really
haven't
good.
tried that yet. Yeah. I see it. But
$15.
It's overrated unless you have it at my house. I do it. I do a good job. The trades are something that are starting to get a lot of attention. Like Mike Rowe's got an entire foundation trying to get younger people thinking about being in the trades. We have a trade school down the road and just outside of Delta.
yeah.
But if it seems to be, and the reason that you have this membership, it seems a commonality. There aren't enough tradespeople. There's way more work than there are serviceable people that can come do the work for you. What are you doing to try to expand your business? Like, do you have any thoughts on like how we can get more young people thinking about the trades? Because by the way, kids, if you are watching this, if you are young enough to watch this, we're talking, if you do it right and you're in the industry, you could be making a 6-figure salary annually, as opposed to working somewhere else for a lot less. It's typically, you're a little bit more in control of your schedule and these types of things. Like, again, what do I need to do? How do I market this better to get more people thinking about being in the trades?
Yeah. So we have several, I say kids now, right? But kids working for us that are 25 and under.
Including your daughter, right?
Yeah, including my daughter.
You put her to work.
Yeah. She does amazing. If you've ever called down there, you can get hold of Renzi. Yeah. And she's 11, but yeah, we've got some 19-year-olds, a couple of 20s, and they're fantastic kids. They just want to learn. They're hungry. One way to get them is offer them a gym membership.
I like that. Yeah.
Guys are super motivated. You pay for that. It's one of the incentives that we offer at the company, and then you get them in the door, right?
Right.
And they're happy. They get their weekends, whatever. They like to work. They get paid good.
It's something that we talked about actually is retention. Finding good people is one thing. Keeping them is another one. And so this was earlier we were talking about how this should probably be another episode where we talk about how can business owners retain their staff. And you've already come up with a couple of ideas that
keeping high performers. That's the one that you want, right?
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure hopefully there are businesses in town that will watch this and think, I hadn't considered that. We're talking about, a gym membership for 15 employees or however many it is. It's not nothing, it's not, a gym membership might run you $25, $30 a month.
Yeah.
You're talking about, it's on the balance sheet, but it's a price amongst other things that you're willing to pay to keep valuable employees. Yeah.
Well, then it also, men are competitive by nature, right? And most of my industry is men, not all of them. Right. So, and so you make the environment competitive, and guys want to achieve to be the best. Right. Yeah. And that's how we got 6 guys right now that meet up in the gym every morning.
Right.
And they're just coming back in, the shop. Like, I lifted more than him this morning. Yeah. And then they want to sell more than that other person the next day. And I want to fix that.
Essentially they call it's gamification. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Make it into a game.
Help me out with this. What time are they getting in the gym? Because they got to go to work.
So we're set up truly as a family company. I like my dads that are in the company to drop their kids off at school. Okay. So we don't start work until 8 to 8:30.
Okay.
Our first call hits.
And what time is the gym call?
So the gym, they're going at 6 o'clock. I think most of these guys are 6 to 6:30.
Yeah. So
I go at 5:30.
Dedicated people getting up,
you should mention
making things happen.
Because recently I offered as an incentive, I said to Dennis, do you want a free gym membership? And he was like, what's a GYM? He said. I was like, it's pronounced gym, Dennis.
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
GYM.
I don't know what that is. Isn't that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah.
And for those of you out there that get that Simpsons reference, good job.
Nice job. By the way, Rob's never seen the inside of a gym in the last year and a half. So he's seen a pitch, whatever the hell that is.
Anytime.
Depends on yoga class times.
I'm telling you, if you want a little intercompany WKRP Olympics, I will smoke you.
Okay, we'll make that happen. Don't worry. I'll make that happen because Rob will never do it. All right. We got to start wrapping things up. But I wanted to, so make sure first and foremost, if you have plumbing needs, and you do have plumbing needs, because most of us have these weird things now called, swamp coolers on our house. I've seen a lot more of you with mini splits. I know you service mini splits and that's an issue. in and of itself too. So I guess I would recommend that the membership sounds like a good idea to me. Go check out the podcast, Unrivaled Potential podcast. Did I get that right?
You got it right.
And Unrivaled Plumbing.
Unrivaled Plumbing.
I mean, you'll know it, because here's the thing: your vans, your vehicles, I've noticed them. They are noticeable.
They're well wrapped.
You can see them a mile away. Isn't that
They
awesome?
are well wrapped. Yeah.
Native Blackout did that. A beautiful job. Yeah.
Now you've had a logo change recently. So where did the Centaurian come from?
Oh my!
This is
what?
That's what he is. That's a Centaurian right there. That guy on his shirt.
Don't correct him. Let's just let this go out.
What would you call it, Rob?
One, you're thinking of the word centurion.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, right. Oh my Lord, it's embarrassing. Go on.
All right.
Where did the Centaurian come from? Yeah, Mike, tell us about the Centaurian.
The Knigget. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the name Unrivaled. It was something that we started working on, tried a couple different things. It's just been 10 months in the making to come up with this design, and it just went with the word Unrivaled.
Okay.
I liked it.
I like it. It's fun. It's very fun. And those
The idea of the mascot is just branding, right?
Yeah.
People making eye contact, and
Right.
it's a real thing.
Do you have like a big foam version of that guy? Is there can we put Rob in one of those things and get him out on Main Street?
A true mascot.
Yeah.
I'll take it. We'll get some of those suits. I would love a mace. By the way, that's the thing that he's carrying. I would love to smack you with a
mace,
with a fake one.
Okay.
Obviously,
All right.
We're working on a full size version for the shop.
Yeah.
So normally we ask people that are sitting in that seat to challenge somebody else to come and sit in the seat. I'll give you a second on that one if you have anybody. But the other thing I guess that I'll ask you is, what's something that you feel, since you're relatively new to the area, what's the next thing that you'd like to see come to Montrose that's not here yet? You've been other places. You've been, it sounds like you might be somewhat traveled. Like, what is something that we need to see here in Montrose that we don't have yet?
Yeah, we need a roller skating rink.
Ooh, all right. That was a good one.
That is going to go down well.
I did not expect that.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Are you a big roller skater?
I used to be when I was near one, but raised with it, right?
There used to be a roller skating rink in Grand Junction.
Are you an inline skate guy or a traditional?
I started off traditional. Now I'm inline. Yeah.
Well, so here's the other thing, and I'll tell you this on that same note. What we need back, which we used to have, is the roller derby. We had. There were a couple of teams.
Where did they do that? Oh, they did it.
They did it at Friendship Hall.
Yeah.
We have a place where it can be done. The team disbanded, and I think there are teams in the region. So maybe we put those two things together, and we have a WKRP roller derby team.
I would definitely sponsor the roller derby.
Yeah, we're not getting skates for you, big fella. And an unrivaled.
I might hurt somebody.
Unrivaled plumbing. You could dress them up like a Centaurian, whatever you said.
Centurions.
I think between us, we can bring the roller derby back to Montrose.
That'd be great. I'd love to see that happen. We got to figure that out.
But that's a great answer, and it's not what I think.
Nice job, Mike. I did not
I'm just
expect
a plumber, right? Who thinks like that sophisticated, like a
No, that was great. Yeah.
All
right.
And so, who have you got? Who do you think should come on? It could be an employee, family member, friend, whoever.
A really great friend that would be awesome on here. He'd really enjoy it. Would be Eric Coons at Coons Custom. If you haven't had him yet,
we have not.
No, so Eric is.
You're not the first person to suggest that he should come on.
Oh, do you want me to pick somebody else?
Well, no. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, all right.
If you want.
All right, let me change the question.
He's on our list.
He's definitely on our list. Let me change the question just a little bit. Who's somebody that you don't know in Montrose that you might like to get to know?
I thought you were going to say don't want on the podcast.
Oh, you can do that too if you want to. It just depends on who you want to be.
All the other plumbers, right? Obviously.
Who do I don't know that I want to meet?
Have you heard? Yeah, who have you heard about? It could be a GM of a place. I don't know. Who cooks the food at the restaurant you like? You don't even have to name names.
Well, just about everyone that I want to meet, I just go meet them.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. See, we get that in common.
Pretty sociable.
Yeah.
I'm a door kicker. I just go kick doors until I find out
But
what I want to
you can pick somebody else if you have somebody that you think would be good that you know.
I never have met anyone political in Montrose.
Okay.
I'm not super involved in all that, but I would guess like a Like I've never met the mayor or anyone like that in charge of City Hall. And
Well, we can fix that. He has a regular spot on the show called Frankly Speaking. If you want to watch that, he does a good job of coming on.
You outed yourself as never watching our podcast.
He did say when he got here, we asked him, "Had you ever seen it?" And he was like, "I haven't had the time. I've been busy." So
he's going to find the time, though, right, Mike?
Yeah, I listen to podcasts all the time. I really do, and I just never.
So there's a great one in your community. It's called WKRP.
Yeah, what do you listen to, Mike? Anything except WKRP Montrose.
I type it in like that on Google. Chat GPT really helps me out.
Well, hey, if you chat GPT, what's the most popular podcast on the Western Slope?
I mean, you're not gonna be surprised.
You're not gonna be surprised.
It's gonna bring up Dennis's ugly mug.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry about that, but hey, that's the way it is. I've got a face for radio. All right, well, Mike, I appreciate having you on the show. Yeah, thank you very much. We learned a lot. We'll have to as we get the roller derby started in the roller rink, we'll have to bring you back and.
No. I'll put on my shorts. Out I come.
There we go.
Dennis is gonna get honestly.
I'm good at roller skating.
I need the mental image that is now in my head of you in a roller rink wearing a little pair of tidy shorts.
Yeah, the chafing that comes with the Daisy Dukes. Huh?
Yeah. If you put Daisy Dukes on, I'll do a lot. I mean.
I have a thigh gap. I'm not worried about it. Like there's no chafing going on over here. What's wrong with you two?
You do not have a thigh gap.
I totally have a thigh gap.
Holy moly.
All right, guys. It's been another episode of WKRP. Make sure you go check out Unrivaled Plumbing and Unrivaled Potential podcast. Mike Pomeroy, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Thanks for coming in the studio.
And
thank you.
Unrivaled. What's the website? Unrivaledplumbing.com.
It's Centurion.
Plumbing. Yeah, okay. Centurion. Yeah.
No, what is it? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. It's www.unrivaled.plumbing.
So plumbing is now, you can actually have a plumbing
instead of .com. Yeah. .plumbing.
Yep.
No, not that useful to anyone who's not a plumber.
But it feels like it makes sense.
Does make sense.
All right, we're extending
plumbing.
.com. Oh, .plumbing. Okay.
Yeah, .plumbing. Yeah.
Cold beer here. Thank you to Pomona Brewing.
You were going to
Clear Network Studio.
Yes, thank you, Clear Networks.
We appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you soon.